Assalamu alaikum. In today's session of Spoken English, we have the second participant, Miss Maryam Arshad, who is going to talk on something that you will really like. So it's a test or presentation by the end of this course, online course on Spoken English offered by this channel. So over to Miss Maryam.
Thank you very much, sir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, the topic on which today I am going to discuss is the grammar part, and the topic is about the sentences. That what is the simple sentence, compound sentence, and the complex sentences. But before talking about the structure of these sentences, we should know about the basic terms. That what is the subject, what is the predicate, what is the phrases, and the clauses. To understand the structure of these sentences correctly. So the question is that what is the subject or the predicate? Whenever we are going to write any sentence, it consists of the two parts. The first part in which we are going to talk about any person or a thing, and in the second part we talk about something about that person or the thing. So the first part is in which we talk about any person or anything is the subject, and in the second part in which we talk about that subject or any action that is performed or done is called as the predicate. For example, if we took an example that I want a new car. So in this sentence that I is the subject, that who want a new car. I want a new car. I is the subject, and what the action is performed or done is the predicate. The rest of the sentence is the predicate that want a new car. So whenever we are going to write a sentence, we should know which part is the subject and which is the predicate. So moving forward, if we talk about the clause and the phrase, what is the clause? Clause is basically a group of words which give us a complete sense. For example, it consists of a subject and a verb, both parts. And for example, if I took an example that I went to school. So in this sentence, I is the subject and went to school is a predicate, and this whole sentence is giving a complete sense. And the clause is further divided into the two clauses, that independent clause and the dependent clause. And from the meaning of from this word independent, we get the idea that what does the word independent mean. Independent means the one which can stand alone. So the independent clause means that any clause which can stand on its own and gives a complete sense, and dependent clause needs another clause to stand with. So if we talk about the phrase, if I took any group of words, for example, in a corner. So in a corner means that this group of words is not giving us a complete sense. So the phrases are those group of words which does not give us a complete sense, and we need any other word or any other subject or predicate to complete this sense. So now moving forward, if I talk about the sentences, simple sentence, compound sentence, or the complex sentence. The simple sentence consists of the single clause. As we talked earlier about the clauses, that the clause which gives us a complete sense, complete thought. So the single clause, it consists of this one independent clause, consists of the subject and the verb. For example, if we took an example that Tom reads novels. So Tom is the subject and reads novel is the predicate, and this whole sentence is giving us a complete thought. And this is a one independent clause. If we talk about further compound sentence, then this compound sentence consists of two independent clauses. We took two independent clauses, and these independent clauses are joined with any other, with the help of any punctuation mark or any conjunction or anything, with any rule we have to apply to join these two independent clauses. For example, if we took two independent clauses, Tom reads novel is the one independent clause, and Jack reads comics is an other independent clause. And if we want to join both these clauses, then we have to put a comma, any punctuation mark, or coordinating conjunction. These mnemonics we use for the coordinating conjunction is fan, voice, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And before putting this coordinating conjunction, we have to put a comma. If we are not going to put the comma, then the grammatical rule will be considered wrong. And if we are not going to use any coordinating conjunction or transitional words or anything, then we can also use any semicolon. Semicolon alone can also be stand between both these independent clauses. So if we talk about the complex sentence, this complex sentence consists of one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Dependent clauses can be more than one. And these dependent clauses begins with the subordinating conjunctions. These subordinating conjunctions are after, before, because, if, etc. In these sentences, if we are using dependent clause first, then we have to put a comma between both these clauses, dependent and independent. But if we are using dependent clause after the independent clause, then there is no need of the comma. Why this structure or these rules are important? Whenever we are going to write anything, we should take care of these grammatical structures of this comma, whether we are using the clauses carefully, whether we are indicating this in the MCQs type papers or not, or whether we are using these rules properly. So this is the basic grammatical rules which we have to follow while writing anything. So thank you so much from my side, and over to you, sir.
Ji, thank you very much, and it was wonderful. Like the way you spoke, it was wonderful. The way you shared your content, that was also wonderful. So, talking on grammar is not some easy task. So, I'm proud of you on your spoken ability and on your fluency. So, that's what matters the most. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.